Hey, what's up guys, AirsoftMan819 here with another console review. If you haven't already noticed, today's review is going to be on the original Microsoft Xbox. I do apologize for the video quality. It's a very large console and it's a little difficult to review, so I'm going to try to do my best to show you all of the console's features while attempting to keep this very large console into frame. It's very, very large. That's obvious. It weighs nearly 10 pounds. It's about a foot long, about I don't know, 7 inches thick, about, I don't know, 3.5 inches tall. It's a big console. It's a very well made console, probably one of the best sixth generation consoles made. It probably is the best, even though the PS2 outsold it. As far as hardware is concerned, the Xbox is the most superior 6th gen console, period. You can't argue with it. It had the best graphics of the 6th generation, had the best memory. It just had all the best features. It also had very, very good online service. Came online compatible right out of the box. Has 4 controller ports. It's capable of playing DVDs, CDs. It's capable of downloading music. Basically everything a PC does, which the PS2, Dreamcast, and GameCube, none of the 3 could download music. None of the 3 had an internal hard drive. So I do believe the Xbox is the most superior system of the 6th generation. And it holds up well against even today's game systems. So, as usual, I have my points to talk about here: size, build, controller, memory, games, and third-party accessories. So, right off the bat, size. This thing is big as hell. I mean, it's huge. It's bigger than a VCR. It's heavier than a VCR. It's way bigger than any of the other systems I reviewed. The only system I know of that would be bigger would probably be the Atari 5200, and it was a piece of crap. So it's a big system. So right off the bat, scratch out that star for size, because it's not going to get a star for size. So yeah, it's a stylish console. It's got the big X, the green Xbox logo at the top there. I might zoom in on that real quick a little bit because I can't really unlock my camera there. Guys, a good close look at the Xbox, because I really don't feel like picking this thing up and rustling it around on this table. It also had the best graphical and sound capabilities of the 6th generation. It had Dolby Digital Surround Sound, had component HD capabilities, and so on and so forth. So, just to give you an idea of the size, I'm going to walk back here and pick it up. So yeah, it is big as hell. Let's flip around to the back, show you guys some of the features of the console. You have your cooling fan, right here. You have your AV cables here. This is your Ethernet port for your internet, and your power plug is right here. It takes a standard power supply cable, has a built-in power supply. Let me show you the cable real quick. Here it is. It just plugs in right there. A little tight. Like I said, this thing is big. It's hard to wrestle around on this table. Okay. Damn, this thing is heavy. Okay. You guys can see me here. Alright, the Xbox basically has 2 buttons that operate it. You have the smaller button here on the bottom, which is the power button, and you have the larger button above it, which is the disc tray open. So the power button, you can see, activates the ring, letting you know the system's on, and of course the cooling fan turns on in the back. To open the disc tray, you just hit the larger button. It comes complete with a motorized disc tray, as you can see here. I have heard complaints about people having trouble with the disc tray. I've owned 2 of these and personally never had those problems, but some people have them, so I'm sure most systems with a motorized disc tray would have that problem. So, like I said, only 2 buttons. It's a very simple system to operate. Has a built-in 8 GB hard drive, so there's no need for those annoying memory cards. It just saves all the games right onto the system itself. You have 4 controller ports right here. So yeah, Let me go grab a controller real quick. Let me flip my screen back around. Okay, so here's a Xbox Controller S. I actually have not reviewed this yet. Just plug your controllers right into the front there. One of the annoyances about the Xboxes is to play DVDs you have to buy a DVD kit, which it's only like $8, but you have to plug this little sensor into it and you have this remote. So yeah, it's a good system though. It's probably my favorite 6th gen, like I said. To play standard DVD-ROM format games, just like the PS2. So yeah. Alright, let's go over my sheet here. No star for size. Build, I'm going to have to give it a star. This individual system was made in 2004, which now has been 8 years ago, and it still works flawlessly. It's in amazing shape, so definitely give it a star for build. Controller, the Xbox had a very good dual analog controller, very similar to the 360 controller that we use now. Dual analog, buttons, and all that. So has a good rumble feature, works well, doesn't break down. So give it a star for controller. Memory, had a 8 gig hard drive that held over 50,000 blocks of memory. So star for memory. Games, the Xbox had some really awesome exclusive titles like Amped, Halo, Project Gotham Racing, Fusion Frenzy, games like that, and Oddworld Munch's Odyssey. So give it a star for that. The Xbox also had a lot of third-party support from software. As far as software and hardware is concerned, there's a lot of cool little driving wheels and wireless controllers and such available for the Xbox. The Microsoft Xbox was produced from November 2001 all the way to late of 2007. So this Xbox was made 2 years during the production of the 360, so the lifespan of the Xbox is pretty good considering it was in competition with the 360 for a couple years, and it kind of died off, and Microsoft just said, okay, it's time to phase this thing out. So used Xboxes are very, very cheap nowadays. I've found that one at Goodwill for $40. Controllers are very cheap. I paid 50 cents for this. Games are cheap. They're only like a couple bucks. So you'd be out of your mind not to get an Xbox. It's a very well made system. Has a lot of good capabilities. Like I said, in my personal opinion, it even compares to systems nowadays. So yeah, it's a very treasured system in my collection. I play it all the time. Me and my friends have a really good time playing it and reliving those old days when we were kids playing this, because I had one of these when I was a kid. So this has been my little review on the original Microsoft Xbox. Got to review the Controller S coming up, and thank you guys for watching and hope the review helped.